For more perspective on the rising tensions in the region, let's bring in Matthew Brodsky. He's a Middle East expert and the former director of policy for the Jewish Policy Center. When John Kerry became Secretary of the State, of course, as you know, he had high hopes of a peace deal, set out this 9-month deadline to put things together. 9 months came and went, no deal. Now more violence. What went wrong?
Well, certainly the kidnapping of the 3 Israeli soldiers set off something in Israel. The revenge killings after it were horrible. The peace plan that Kerry was pursuing, this is not going to come to fruition anyways when it began. It was a kind of a wasted piece of an opportunity for the United States. There is so much going on in the Middle East. It was bizarre that he would choose to focus and lay his prestige on the line for that. So I don't see the peace process as directly connected to, or that peace attempt, I would say, connected to what currently happened. These were isolated, tactical things that happened that are now having strategic consequences.
So how do you ratchet down the tensions? What needs to happen?
Rockets need to stop flying from Gaza. I mean, the attacks, the counterattack from Israeli citizens, or as it looks now, is a horrible thing. It's been condemned by the Israeli government, by even the mother, I believe, of one of the slain Israeli teens, called the father of the Arab teen who was killed, and to extend condolences. This is that type of attack needs to stop. That's just Israelis controlling the population and Palestinians doing the same. The problem is that in Gaza, the rockets are being fired by Hamas, which is part of the unity government with Fatah and the Palestinian Authority, and they're claiming responsibility. So it's the rockets in Gaza that is going to ratchet this up. Otherwise, this, just everyone could cool their jets a little bit.
Well, cooling the jets, Professor Sharkey was just on the heat, and I wrote down his quote because I thought it interesting. He was also talking about the Middle East peace process. He says it's too easy to reach for weapons rather than negotiate. And it seems like this is the pattern that we see all too often. Why is that?
I don't want to say that it's easier to reach for weapons than it is to negotiate. I think that the bottom line is the Israelis have made concessions for a peace plan, but Fatah, even when it wasn't in a unity government, has been
created
unable.
New settlements, which is also agitated, as you well know. I mean,
they've built in certain areas that are under their control. That would be when it would come to a peace process, it would be remaining in Israel. But to link settlements to killing people is.
Well, I'm not linking that, but I'm just saying that has agitated the situation over time.
Palestinians have certainly their viewpoint on that. I agree.
Okay. We saw the deaths. We reported on that last week. And then, of course, we saw this American, a teenager, being beaten by the Israeli security forces. And I was wondering, those images, of course, that can inflame tensions as well. What were your thoughts when you saw that?
Thoughts are there needs to be an investigation and they need to find out what happened.